Winter in Dalitpur is brutally harsh. For those without capital, extreme weather is a lethal, immediate threat to their very survival. Meet Gopal. He's a laborer trying to navigate the dropping temperatures in nothing more than a thin cotton kurta. He works for the wealthiest man in town, Seth Hiralal. This chart shows the local economy of Dalitpur. Hiralal used his wealth to centralize every rupee in the tea trade. For a hot drink in this freezing village, consumers have zero alternative options. That control tightens around his workers. Hiralal operates a monopsony, a market condition where there is only one buyer for a specific type of labor. Because laborers like Gopal have nowhere else to work, Hiralal holds absolute leverage over their wages. This leverage means Hiralal can demand grueling physical labor for pennies. In the dead of winter, Gopal is forced to wash endless stacks of tea glasses and buckets of freezing, icy water. When a single entity dictates the entire market, the most vulnerable people in the system are forced to absorb the total physical and economic cost of an environmental crisis. Desperate for a fraction of warmth just to survive his shift, Gopal makes a costly error. He pours and drinks exactly 1 cup of the tea he is currently brewing for his employer. Hiralal catches him immediately. To protect micro pennies of profit, the merchant deducts the cost of the tea from Gopal's already meager daily wage and fires him on the spot. Gopal is abruptly thrust out into the cold. He now has zero income, zero capital, and a hungry family waiting for him at home. By ruthlessly expelling a laborer from the established economic system over a single cup of tea, Hiralal inadvertently forces Gopal into a position where he has nothing left to lose. Gopal tries to find another job to feed his family, but the extreme winter has completely paralyzed Dalitpur's traditional labor market. Facing starvation, Gopal doesn't despair. Instead, he spots an exhausted old woman struggling to carry a heavy load of firewood through the snow, and he offers his physical labor for free to help her reach her home. This act of compassion triggers an unexpected return. The old woman, who is too frail to care for her livestock, gives Gopal her cow, Lakshmi. On an economic flowchart, the cow is an input asset. It functions as a continuous yield generator, outputting a high-value daily supply of raw material, fresh, rich milk. When traditional financial systems are closed to the poor, genuine human empathy can operate as an alternative market mechanism to secure vital startup capital. Back home, Gopal and his wife Meera realize their strategic advantage. Unlike Hiralal, who uses cheap ingredients to maximize margins, they have access to the richest milk in the village. To operationalize this asset, Gopal secures a microloan from a local lender named Lalaram. With no collateral to offer, the loan is approved entirely based on Gopal's reputation for honesty. Gopal uses the funds to buy a small stall and launches his business. In the middle of the freezing winter, he begins offering a genuinely better product to the shivering public. This chart illustrates product-led growth. Consumers naturally abandon Hiralal's stall because Gopal's tea is undeniably tastier, richer, and warmer. He is rapidly scaling and overtaking the monopoly share. A business built entirely on worker exploitation and a lack of consumer alternatives is instantly fragile the moment a superior product enters the market. Losing market share, Hiralal abandons fair competition. He hires local thugs to extort Gopal and physically shut down his rival's operation. The enforcers arrive to execute Hiralal's orders. This is the ultimate stress test for the small, fragile tea cart Gopal built. Even as they threaten him, the thugs are shivering. The aroma of the tea, brewed with the fresh milk Hiralal wouldn't pay for, cuts through the frozen air and catches them off guard. They demand a cup for themselves. As they drink, the immediate physical relief of the superior tea disrupts their loyalty to Hiralal. They realize that the warm comfort in their hands is more valuable than a one-time bribe from a man who doesn't care if they freeze. The reversal is total. The thugs march back to Hiralal's shop, return his money with interest in the form of a beating, and declare that Gopal's stall is now under their protection. Coercion and bullying fail because they lack a social foundation. Gopal's model succeeded because it offered something the community, and even the thugs, physically needed to survive the winter.